This podcast will share my life experiences, insights gained, and lessons learned, all while demonstrating where God's providence is interwoven through everyday life. Today's podcast is Love of Neighbor. Love takes work, and work is the definition of a verb. So therefore, love is a verb. Love the feeling becomes the fruit of love the verb. Consider the meaning of love. It is filled with actions: sacrificing, serving, listening, honoring, protecting, trusting, appreciating, affirming, among many others. Love is taking basic actions that help us create joy in our relationships, friendships, work connections, and marriage. Love is about making a positive difference in people's lives, all people's lives. It is accepting people for who they are, including difficult people, developing a sincere interest in others, learning what they care about, and forgiving hurtful actions. American writer and civil rights activist James Baldwin said, "The longer I live, the more deeply I learn that love, whether we call it friendship or family or romance, is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light." And the great Catholic theologian and philosopher St. Thomas Aquinas defines love as willing the good of another. Think about it. How did the early church have such a profound impact when they had no money, no power, no influence? What came was a result of loving and serving others selflessly and sacrificially, loving the unlovable, caring for those no one else would care for, risking their lives to comfort those dying of infectious diseases, sacrificing their own possessions for orphans and widows. These actions that were so powerful, society around them could not help but notice. Be loved is to be loved by God and then become a lover of others. In love, as we share in it, intensifies to the nature of God and to His presence in our lives. The love we have for one another must be that same authentic, merciful, and unique Christian love. It is our proof that we know God and can see Him in the faces of others. Love intentionally, as Jesus commanded. Being a Christian means being saved by grace through faith, which we demonstrate by showing our love. There's the coin of mattering expression, where it's the currency that values how we have existed and spent our time on earth. It is our responsibility to live a life that matters, to transform, create, build, experience, and do what matters, to be what matters. Live for the privilege of serving those around us. Mattering is investing in what we profess to care about, what we love, what we value. It is the essence of what it means to be human. It is the purpose and reason for what we do. This coin of mattering cannot be purchased. It's not reflected in a paycheck, bank account, that corner office, sports car, or the house we own. It is an investment of time, energy, attention, and passion in the relationships we have with others. The greatest asset on the mattering ledger is love. It's one person caring for another. We love so we notice, care, appreciate, and are dependable. Thomas Merton said, "Love is our true destiny. We do not find the meaning of life by ourselves alone. We find it with another." However, knowing this and living it are not the same thing. To matter cannot be a mere passing infatuation or fascination. It must be an enduring, intense passion. God put us in a position to contribute to the success of wherever we are and with whomever we happen to be with. He has given us the opportunity to love and serve those around us and to do it with excellence for His glory. He has given us the means and the opportunity to matter. It means everything to have loved in our humanity through God's grace, and it is our responsibility to live lives that matter, and not just for our sake or even for those around us, but for His sake and eternal salvation. To transform, create, build, and experience His plan, we must be what matters. Humans need humans to feel human. We thrive in community with others. Human connection is an energy exchange between people who are paying attention to one another. It is how we understand and support each other and be understood and be supported ourselves. The first time God ever said something was not good, He made this declaration: "It is not good for man to be alone." Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And Jesus stated, "For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them." which is from Matthew 18:20. Your gathering was Jesus' idea. The church that Jesus initiated and ordained, the early church, survived by gathering in person. We have the mindset to love others, to serve others, and to be Christ-like in our approach to life. We will find ways to support others in times of need, help them grow, and achieve their goals. When we think we've done enough, then is the time to reflect on how we can do more, because we get out of life what we put into it. So let's get more out of life by putting more into it. And doing more cannot just be a one-time event. It must be an ongoing practice. We should be on the lookout for ways to assist. We should rebrand that expression, random acts of kindness, to random acts of doing more. Your doing more is answering the call to help our neighbor, to love our neighbor, and then doubling down on those efforts when we realize we were the only one to answer the call. So in closing, let us remember that love is a verb and requires action. It is willing the good of another. Let's love intentionally as Jesus commanded. Let's be sure we matter by doing our part and trust we will set the world on fire. Let's answer his call, leave a legacy, and make a difference in his kingdom. Rejoice and Godspeed.